What's up guys, it's Naval, and in today's video I'm gonna explain why Saiyans are so strong. How strong is the average Saiyan, and where do they compare to the average fictional universe? And why a low class like Goku could end up being one of the strongest people in the multiverse. But before we cover the monkeys, I'd just like to get something out of the way. Power levels in Dragon Ball aren't linear or that consistent until we get up to the Saiyan saga. So some of the stuff that I'm gonna cover at the start of this video is gonna be more hypothetical. I think the perfect place to start would be looking at Goku at the start of the series, who is actually considered a trash level Saiyan. But even as a baby, Goku seemed to survive falling down a ravine that seemed hundreds of feet deep. And this likely only made Goku stronger, as whenever Saiyans have a near-death experience, they get this thing called a Zenkai, which boosts their power. From the very first arc of the story, when Goku's about 12 years old, he's able to lift cars, take bullets to the head, and run at the speed of motorcycles, or at least keep up with them. What's more impressive is that at a power level of only 10, he's able to defeat these giant pterodactyls and bears. Saiyans are also natural prodigies when it comes to learning how to fight. Goku was able to replicate the Kamehameha after only seeing it like once. And the Kamehameha is a technique that I believe takes 50 years for even the greatest masters to learn. Remember, this is a Goku who has a power level of about 10. In his fights, he also gets launched through large concrete or stone pillars. I would put him about building level to wall level in durability and strength, based on his fight with Yamcha. Again, this Goku is considered a prodigy and a superhuman by the standards on Earth. But him being able to one-shot a giant bear thief guy is nothing compared to what his brother and other Saiyans can do. Kid Goku is really just the tip of the iceberg. Keep in mind that this trash Saiyan Kid Goku is considered a prodigy by the standards of these humans who have fighters who are capable of jumping over buildings. Saiyans also have the ability to turn into great apes when they see the moon. This gives them a 10 times multiplier to their power level. So Goku, who had a trash power level of 10, went up to 100 when he turned great ape, easily destroying indestructible buildings. But I would argue with a power level of 100, he would be much stronger than just large building level. Master Roshi, with a power level of 180, was able to blow up the moon, and some people have actually calculated this to be large planet level. So it's likely that a great ape Goku could destroy like a continent or a moon or something. And this is all what a literal child Saiyan can do. Not to mention, the reason Goku was sent to Earth in the first place, according to Raditz, is to take over and exterminate the life. Meaning a low-class child Saiyan was expected to exterminate a planet that had guys who could destroy the moon on it. Normal low to mid-class Saiyan have power levels in the low thousands. The normal argument that low-class Saiyans aren't planet level comes from a guide that says you need a power level of 10,000 to destroy a planet. But first of all, the guides are inconsistent sometimes, and if they said to jump off a bridge, you'd probably do it. Even just the show itself is inconsistent sometimes, having retcons happen. Also, we have confirmation that the Dragon Ball universe works differently than ours in many ways and is much larger or smaller depending on your understanding of our universe. The counter argument being that planets in Dragon Ball could just be much larger than planets in real life. The 10,000 power level thing is just a small inconsistency. It happens sometimes. Enough ranting, let me cook real quick. By the 23rd Budokai, Roshi admitted that the new generation of fighters had far exceeded his power, meaning the main Z fighters were all at least moon level. But Piccolo believes he could take on 100 of the main cast, including Kami, the god of Earth. And even if you go further back than that and don't even take this into consideration, Demon King Piccolo was confirmed to be weaker than Piccolo Jr. Master Roshi believed that there was literally nothing he could do to stop King Piccolo besides his secret technique. meaning Master Roshi didn't think that his moon-destroying attack could kill King Piccolo. But what's even crazier than that is Raditz, the low-tier trash Saiyan that everybody makes fun of, was beating the brakes off of Piccolo and Goku, who are even stronger than that. This means Raditz doesn't even sweat fighting a guy who can fight an army of moon to planet busters. So yeah, Raditz is planet level. Deal with it. And that's planet level bare minimum. A mid to high class Saiyan, Nappa, thought that Raditz was absolute booty cheeks. Raditz had a power level of 1,500. Nappa, as a mid-level Saiyan, has a power level of 4,000. And he was beating up an entire group of guys who were slightly stronger than Raditz. Meaning this bargain bin Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is stronger than the guy who is stronger than the guy who is stronger than the guy who is significantly stronger than the guy who destroyed the moon. If you want to get even crazier, Raditz is stronger than Garlic Jr., who in the anime can create this like fourth dimensional black hole thing. Now that we've covered the low and mid-tier Saiyans, let's get into the real high stuff. A high-class Saiyan, like King Vegeta, can just casually wave away planets. This also disproves the 10,000 power level guide statement, at least for the anime. But yeah, a high-class Saiyan like Vegeta's dad can just casually get rid of planets. And a hypothetical great ape King Vegeta would have a power level of 100,000. 10 times stronger than the guy who can wave away planets. So, to kind of close out the video, how do I think most verses scale up against this? Bardock slaps, bye!